fenómeno masivo hecho melodía, ritmo, inquietud y rebeldía.
Star Rock. Gritaradio.
Gritaradio. Señal binaria en...
Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo están? Hoy estamos en vivo desde Movida Música con una banda de Londres que de hecho se presentó este domingo en el Corona Capital con una gran presentación que a todos nos encantó. Ellos están aquí para hablarnos un poco sobre su show y sobre su música y lo que viene para ellos. Hey guys, how are you feeling today?
Yeah.
Hey, we're really good.
Yeah, we're great, thank you. We're good.
So how did you feel in your first time in Mexico? Did it live up to your expectations?
Mexico City has been one of the most beautiful cities we've ever been to. The vibes are good, the people are good, songs are good. Let's go. We're really, really hyped. And coffee is good. Coffee's so good.
Yeah.
Food's really good.
You said everything. Yeah.
He agrees. So how did you feel in your show? How was the crowd? Was it huge? Was it energetic? I mean, international artists always say Mexican crowds always like so passionate and so loud. Is that true?
Yes, the Mexican crowds lived up to the hype. We felt very held and we had such good vibes coming to us from the peeps.
Yeah, we just come off our own sort of headline tours, coming from our own crowds, and honestly, it didn't feel different at all. It kind of felt like we were walking into a complete home side. And even when we turned up, there were people kind of waiting out front, reading songs, there were signs, we listened out often. So yeah, just really, really amazing to experience that.
Oh, I'm so glad you had such a great experience your first time here. I actually couldn't make it on Sunday. I missed your show, so I wish you would come back soon. But I saw a lot of videos and photographs. I actually know your photographer here, Tamara.
That's fun.
And also I saw a lot of your pictures and your videos. So it was a great show. So how did you feel knowing that the same day legends like Iggy Pop, Paul McCartney, Tim Vincent, and Jack White will be playing there?
Yeah, it's really, really special to be able to hang out backstage with these kind of heroes and to be able to see all their sets as well. Like, I just felt like it was just great music on every stage we went to see. So yeah, the curation and choreography was just awesome to be part of.
And actually getting to be around these people backstage as well, because amazing people that so willing to share advice, and it just seems reunions of people who haven't maybe been in the same festival for like 20 years, so it's kind of a party out there. So, yeah, in its own small way to do it hard.
So did you get to see their shows? What was your favorite? Top 3, top 5?
Yeah, we only came here for Sunday, so unfortunately we didn't see anything the day before. And also we whisked away after our set. So we really wanted to see Big Pig. We saw one song, she was great. I really love her music. Also, then we were whisked away for a little bit, and then we came back. And then I think we only got to see, I saw Empire of the Sun, Jack White, a little bit of I Dress, Beck. I saw Loser of Beck.
Oh,
Yeah,
easy.
Paul McCartney.
Yeah, and Jack Black was amazing.
White.
Jack. You know what's funny is everybody was doing that the entire time of the festival. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Everybody said Jack Black.
Yeah.
Well, already done. Great.
Yeah, I also love Jack Black.
Yeah.
Both are good. So when it comes to your live shows, how do you translate your studio sound into your live performances? Like your sound is so unique. How can you make that possible in live performances?
It's something that's kind of evolving as we go, and we've been kind of experimenting with it as we go. So some concepts will bring in, live percussionists, and we ultimately want to expand the band so we can have a bit more musicians on stage. But obviously, as we're flying everywhere, we have to be very frugal with what we bring and try and make the most out of the smallest sort of baggage.
Yeah.
So we fly with very few things, so we try and make as much noise as we can.
Yeah, the aim is to have our own crew and to have our own sound everywhere. We've been really blessed with our sound technicians this time. Like Ryan, who did the sound for us in Mexico, was absolutely stunning. And I think the aim is to get our own crew so that we will deliver the same sound every time and more tape machines really.
So you also recently toured the USA for the first time, right? What was it like? How can you describe that experience?
I mean, even since we first released the very first song we put out, I think it really resonated in LA more than anywhere else in America. So this kind of entire time we've been in the UK, knowing that we had fans there, saying, please come to here. So to finally be able to do that after so many years really felt quite cathartic. I think it's a very important closing of the chapter for us. And just people who followed us for so many years, knew all the songs, we're just so happy for us to be there. It didn't feel like we were traveling through another country, it felt like we were kind of back home. So.
Yeah, we did South by Southwest last year, and in Austin we did a few other shows around the showcase, and they felt like no other gigs we've done anywhere else. Like the crowds responded in such a way that was really powerful. And I remember thinking at the time, this is actually where we need to be. We need to come to America. and this tour has felt like that the whole way. It's just been this amazing positivity. So yeah, really grateful.
Yeah, it's been a very special tour for us.
So how did you differentiate these crowds, like the European crowds from the American crowds to the Mexican crowds? Are they too different or are they similar?
To be honest, I feel like we have our own people everywhere. We have our own people who are deep feelers and great listeners, and we've had really lovely chats with them after the gigs as well. So it's more about wherever we are, there's a similar vibe on wherever we go.
It's like expressed through different lenses, obviously, between the different countries. They express slightly differently, but they are fundamentally, our people. I mean, I don't know. It's everybody we talk to is just lovely, and that's it's amazing. It's kind of lovely to write music that attracts people that we like. It's just really cool.
Yeah, I mean the music, because we make the music that we really like to hear. It means that the people that are responding to it are also kind of similar to us. So it just feels like a family. Wherever we go, it's just you're into the same stuff as us. It's cool. We're on the same level straight away.
Yeah, it's been really lovely to just feel like we are now just in a community of people who like similar stuff, in terms of culture, music, books, and vibes.
Yeah, like you say, your music is very unique. So you have built this community, this fan base of people who are very similar to you. Because even though your music is great, it doesn't appeal to everyone. I mean, it's not in the mainstream. So the people that are there for you, they really, really love you, and of course are very similar to you. So your music can be really atmospheric, very cinematic. I mean, when I listen to it, I think of neon lights, car drives. Is that something that you want your audience to feel, or when you're making your music, or does it just happen when you're making it, or are you going for a specific vibe?
I guess it started from just capturing the vibe, because in our late nights in a bedroom in London, trying to just make music quietly so our neighbors wouldn't get upset. but I guess there's always been a sense of escapism because of we're quite I think we're probably quite sensitive people. And we can't handle the intensity all the time, so music for us was a way to just hang out and capture the vibe and kind of create a world within a world. And I guess that has come through a little bit, and so we're hoping to do that in Mexico. We're hoping to feel the vibe, and we did that in LA as well.
Yeah, I mean, escape is certainly kind of one aspect of what we're doing when we are writing. Is say when we started out, I was kind of working in a restaurant most nights, and you come back and we'd write music, and that was, you'd imagine doing this in the writing, and even the chords, what we were playing. So then to come to LA and write right there, looking out over Sunset Boulevard, sort of felt like a real kind of unbelievable, really, like a dream in a way. And yeah, conceptually, like the fact that it elicits those visuals to you kind of means it's working, because I think that's kind of what's in our heads when we're doing it. Like,
Yeah, even though it's not conscious, really, like we're not consciously trying to conjure any image in particular. I think that's just the approximation of all our kind of imaginations leads to that place.
So when you're making music, like you're trying to capture the vibe of the city you're currently in.
Yeah, I would say it's more about trying to capture the moment and create a vibe for ourselves. I think that night tapes, like we like different genres, and we're probably gonna explore even more, and we blend different genres together. But I guess that there is a feeling that that is a common thread.
yeah, the common thread's definitely the vibe, even when we switch between these genres, which I think we've already done in the past a little bit. I think it should elicit the same feelings and the same emotions and the same sense of place. Which, yeah, and I think for the music that we're writing now, part of the kind of challenge and part of the journey we're going on is trying to link this all together and make sure we keep that sense of vibe and that sense of place.
And also, besides like that vibe, I also feel like Blade Runner or maybe like Drive. Do you also would like to be part of a movie soundtrack?
Oh yeah. Yeah, movies. Come on, get us in. Do you know anyone?
So, which movies would you like to be a part of soundtrack? Like movies that haven't made or that haven't been made. Which one would you pick?
I mean, I see some of our songs to just like I think like a hero in black, like maybe with an unimaginably big sword walking down the street of New York, like in slow motion. I think that.
Yeah, I thought the exact same thing beforehand. Yeah.
So, what about TV shows? Would you like to be a part of a TV show?
Yeah, why not?
Which one?
Which one of TV show? I mean, we've got some new stuff that sounds a bit darker. Something like, I don't know how to say. I don't know.
I mean, it's not a TV show, but I just thought of the film Microcosmos, which is like a film that is about insects, like in slow motion.
People with giant swords. Yeah, this is what you had in mind.
Yeah, so basically bugs, people, or giant swords, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even bugs can like night tapes. They are for everyone. So tell me a little bit about your latest single, "To Be Free." How was the creative process like?
Yeah, so To Be Free was quite a different one for us, because normally we kind of write, produce, mix everything ourselves. But To Be Free was actually, that initial idea was sent to us by a kind of project called Love Language with Gavin and Andreas. And they just sent us a kind of track, like the beginnings of a track, but quite like a filled out. They had a lot of the ideas on it. And we all heard it individually. And then the sort of next morning woke up with it running through our heads. And I think that was kind of a signal that was something we should explore. So we took a lot of these ideas and then tried to put, as to say, like our own source on it, kind of run it through tape, re-record different things through our like synths, our kind of different effects that we use. And then Irisu actually like explored lyrically some very different ideas to what the initial concept was.
Yeah, so basically just rewrote the lyrics to it. It didn't really have lyrics when they sent it to us, so I was free to like explore whatever was going on. And I guess I was, again, just songs to me a lot of the time lyrically are just kind of more like understanding where I am at this very moment. And sometimes like I will write a song and like in terms of lyrics and I will not know what it's about until later. But I guess with this song the understanding was that it was winter. I was feeling a bit trapped of like all the tasks that need to be done. at all times, and it never ends. It never ends. And I guess I need to. The understanding was like that I need to break free from trying to be this person who can deliver all the time, or like just be less optimistic, basically, with my timelines. I need to like under promise and over deliver instead of over promise and under deliver. So that was one of the things. But I guess I was reading some existentialist writing at the time, and I was having these discussions with my friend Halima, who recommended me this book from Dubois, and it's just more about exploring the layers of perception. I guess because I was exploring my own layer of perception. I was like, this is the person I would like to be, and like the upkeep of that is like very hard. But I guess in terms of general, like in a bigger sense, I think nowadays, like with social media and everything, like we have our digital selves, we have our own selves, and then there can be I think that personalities, they're multiple. Like we coming from Estonia, I was like a little weird queer lady. Felt kind of like I needed to be a little bit less so that people could be okay with me. Yeah, so that they wouldn't get overwhelmed or scared, or I don't know, just like it felt like sometimes I would have to like tone it down. And then that made me, I think maybe I have been an extrovert more than an introvert, but like I was insulted at one time or something and just decided like, no, I will just hang out with myself now. But in terms of music has really helped me. Like there was like I felt like the way that I could be myself is the one I am on stage, because the stage is, you can be anyone, and it's a game, and there is nothing you can do wrong. And it was so like freeing to be in that. So that was a part of the reason why I really wanted to like continue on with music. And when I don't have that performance element in my life, I feel really sad and depressed. But so yeah, sometimes I feel like we can cultivate these other personas of ourselves in order to be accepted. And anyone who has felt like an other has probably had that experience. Yeah, of just like, okay, this is the persona I need to be a little bit, so that people would like, so that I wouldn't get eaten or abused. And then when I'm with my people, I can be whatever I actually am. Yeah. Yeah, so I guess the understanding of that song is that I guess we're all oppressed now. Like no matter who you are in terms of there are two modes of being. The one of being in the mode of perception, and the one where you're in a mode of action. And to be in that flow moment is just so freeing when you're not thinking about like how you're being perceived or how you're being understood. So I'm always trying to reach that, and I guess that song was just an understanding like, okay, I've gotten trapped again, how can I get out? So whenever we perform this on the stage as well, it's for me it's kind of like an exercise of freedom, because it's really like about like breathing. And if at any moment on stage I feel like, okay, I should, I don't know, like do this or do that, then I can let go of that and be like to be free from within, to breathe from within, and leave it all behind that doesn't feel right at the moment. So yeah, I guess it's just these kinds of ideas with this song. Yeah, there's more like specific stuff under the video that Owain did. So yeah, if you're interested in more existential ideas, then go check the video out and read the thing underneath.
Those were such beautiful words, and I mean, I can definitely relate to your experiences. I also come from a small town, so it was like, okay, so it was like, oh, you have to be normal. I don't know, to be accepted, to be part of your community. I don't know. So moving here was like, okay, I can be actually myself.
Yeah. I mean, the same happened to me in London. Like, I was like, suddenly you're like more anonymous. It's like, yes, I will dye my hair blue. Let's go.
Oh, that's beautiful. I wish we could have more time to keep talking. But we have to wrap up this interview. So, for my last question, we are doing this time capsule where we are gonna put these songs by all the artists we interview, and we are gonna open it in 100 years, so people from the future can know what music was like back then. So today, so which song of yours would you pick to be part of that? So that's the song we are gonna pick. And finally, what's next for you guys? A new album, next tour. What's next?
Yeah, we've got we're going to be writing for a little bit over in Mexico, then going back and playing in Estonia, Latvia, Berlin, then off to Dublin, to Brussels, and then warming up for L'Imperatrice in January, kind of North America. So it's really busy. It's really busy.
But right now we're gonna disconnect. We're gonna go to a little house in Mexico, and we're gonna try to just wrap up the album or like get more progress with it. So soaking up the vibe of Mexico, and hopefully translating that into music.
So you're gonna stay here for a while. Oh, that's great. I hope we'll see you guys next. Bueno, pues ya saben, la banda se va a quedar aquí más tiempo y el próximo año saldrá de gira y esperemos tenerlos muy pronto en México y ahora con su próximo álbum. Y bueno, ellos fueron Night Tapes y muchas gracias por vernos y quédense aquí para seguir en Grita Radio.